welcome to this very special occasion of unveiling of the Infection Rollandwrite Fight PnP only game, coming soon to one of the crowdfunding websites. This is a smaller brother to Survive Tomorrow the Infection, which will be coming next year. Let's start of what will you need to play this game. You will need the map, you will need the locations. They are two-sided, and at the very end you will need a scoreboard. So let me tell you what the game is about. In the game you will travel to various locations finding food, fuel, and search. You will spend search on acquiring items. You will spend food and fuel to travel between locations. So food will give you 1 hex to move, while fuel will give you 2 hexes to move. You will have also objectives. Each objective have a different starting point from which you will start until the objective is met. The first objective is once you get 3 improvements for your survivor. Second is you hold and gather 5 fuel. Third one is completing 6 locations. The last one is going to into the certain location. You will also have some possibilities to modify your rolls during combat. You will be able to spend 1 search to roll additional dice, increase the pip on a certain dice, or lower it. Each location will have a resource visible to them. Some of them will be unknown, which will you discover when you enter the location itself. Red areas are impossible, so you have to go around them. During the game, you will acquire weapons by paying the search cost, in which you will have certain usage and you will have your results for it. These results for rolling the dice, for example, using the knife on range 0 only, you will roll 2 dice, and each result you will check according to this result chart. So 1, 2 is always a fail. 3, 4 for this one will be a sharp damage. For baseball, it will be a blunt damage. This is important because any damage of the type dealt to an enemy that has the same symbol will defeat them. So you will have to use certain weapons to defeat certain enemies, but you can risk it by using weapons such as hammer that have both, but you will risk by rolling something different, but then this will help you by doing additional rolls or decreasing the results of the pips that you roll. Survivor. Survival has 5 health. You have 3 stamina as a starting point. You have 1 action of your backpack, so you will be able to use 1 of this only once per turn. You will be able to move twice per 1 square, pick up a resource, and destroy an obstacle. This tracks how much enemies have you defeated, and this is used for the unknown rolls during the locations. So let's go to a location. So for example, let's say I choose to complete 6 locations. I would start from here. I would go to 1A. Here, I would go directly to this map, in which I have some obstacles that I have to defeat to push through it and enter, for example, rooms. Red is for unpassable elements, such as walls. Empty squares are the ones that you will have to roll in order to check these results, and you will just write whatever is has displayed. You will have resources such as search. You'll have an exit point in which you can always exit the map, and you will have a spawning point for enemies, and of course for a survivor. And you will have your enemies such as Seeker, Puker, and Hunter. They have their own action points. So for example, Seeker will do 3 actions, either attack or move, in a range of, for example, Seeker 0, Puker 2, and Hunter 0. But they have each different weaknesses that will defeat them. For Seeker it will be a sharp weapon, for Puker it will be a blunt weapon, and for Hunter it will be a gun. After completing all of this, you will go to your score sheet and note your score based on the calculations down here, and this will be some cool memento for you to later come back to. Okay, so let's see how the game plays, because that's very simple. Okay, so as you can see, probably all of those are laminated, right? Let me check it. Maybe I can do it so that you can see better. Okay, so all of those are laminated in order to do marks and then easily remove them, so they are reusable. I prefer it this way because it's also a little bit better for the environment, because you don't use as much paper as you would. So for example, at the beginning you'll calculate your resources and survivor stats based on the number in the bottom corner, left corner. So for example, I start with 3, 1, 2, 1, 1. And here I start with 2 food, 1 fuel, and 3 search. Okay? Now I select which of the objectives I want to do. For these of this presentation, let's start with completing 6 locations. Okay? So we would start from this point here. So now, as I have 2 food and 1 fuel, I have a total number of movements of 4, as according to this chart. So I start by removing 1 fuel, 0, and I go to 2A. So I go 1 and 2. Okay? So now, once I'm in 2A, I will find it in my resources. Well, not resources, but in my locations. Okay, I found 2A. Great. Probably an important thing to look at. You can acquire items at any point. So you can do it both on the map itself or while you're in the location, so that you actually know what you need to win. Okay, first, all of the empty squares that you see, like this one over here, will be rolled 4. So I roll a die, it's 4. 4 equals search. So I do some kind of either icon, depends on your thickness of your pen or whatever. I do S, okay? Now, the next thing I do, I place a green on a starting point for a survivor, which is here. Now, I have 2 other points. Unfortunately, I don't have red die, but they will be blue. So I roll for this one. It's a 6. That means it's a hunter. So I place it here. Roll for this one. It's a 5. So it's a puker. So the game plays in order from lowest pip number to highest. which means that if we rolled 1, 2, it would be a seeker. If we rolled a 3, there would be nothing because 3 is reserved for the survivor. Then it goes for 5 and 6 as we have right now. Okay, so let's start our turn. So I see that I have 1 puker and 1 hunter. So I'll try to do at first maybe 2 movements, 1 and 2, and do nothing because I can only do 2 per turn, but 3 stamina in total. So I could do 1 more thing, but there's nothing to interact with now. But I'm not gonna acquire any weapon for now. I'll check whenever I'll need it, depending which one gets more dangerous for me. Okay, so now it's enemy turn. We start from another higher up. So it's 5. Puker has 2 actions and attacks on range of 2. So as there is a wall here and here and here, he doesn't have any other choice instead of just moving 1, 2. His turn is done. Now Hunter, he moves and attacks has 2 actions and attacks on range of 0. Nothing to happen. So we go 1 and 2. Okay. So as I see now, probably Puker will be more dangerous because he has some kind of range attack. So I will acquire. I'll try to be a little bit of prepared for the future. So I'll try to acquire, well, not try, but I will acquire a hammer. So I'll do a tick over here. So that means that it's acquired. I'll remove 2 search because that's the cost. So now I'm left with 1 search. Okay, 1 search. Oh, you cannot see that. So 1 search. Okay. And as I have Puker very close, I'll try to do it a little bit more smart. So I'll move with 1 action closer. I'll try to bash my way through the obstacle by breaking it. So what I have to do, I'll take a single die and I'll have to roll a higher number or same as the obstacle. So now it says 3, so I have to roll 3 or higher up to be able to go through it. I rolled a 2. So now I can leave it as is and just be happy with it. But then this hunter will move to me and this puker will attack me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend my last search. So I'll remove that, change it to 0, and I'll bump my result to 3. Okay, so now it's passed and I can move past it. So as this is passable now, I'll just make a line, and now I have 1 action left, so I'll go in. Okay, and that's it for me. So now Puker moves. He moves here. Still, he's able to see me, so he attacks me twice. I take 2 damage. 1, 2. Okay. And Hunter moves 1 and 2. Okay, great. So now I'm inside. I'll go to the left and pick up the fuel. So I pick up fuel. I can cross it. And I change the fuel number to 1. Okay, so now I have acquired a fuel, and next I'm gonna try to juke them. So I'll go 1 up. Okay, so now number 5 goes up. 1 and 2. You cannot attack differently than up and so orthologically. No diagonal attacks. And now hunter moves 1 and 2, and that's it. So we have a white space here on the red border. That means that it's possible already from the start. So I'll just move 1 and 2. And now you ask, I've made 2 turns and I have a puker and a hunter very close to each other. So what are his movements? The movements are the worst for the survivor. So I go 1 and 2, and with the hunter I'll go 1 and 2. So now I'm kind of enclosed. Now I'm gonna move 1 and 2. I'm on his position, and I'll roll 2 dice in hopes of rolling this icon, which is blunt, which is a 3 and 4. Hopefully I roll 3 and 4. I roll 3 and 4. Great. So puker is defeated. I'll put him back. I make a notch here that I've used 1 out of 3 uses of that weapon. And now I'll add it here. So I defeated 1. After defeating 2 more, I will be able to upgrade one of my stats here by 1, and I can do 3 throughout the whole game. Great, so I've done my turn, and now he will follow. Now me again, I will go and 1 and 2, he will follow. I cannot defeat him, unfortunately, because I don't have search to acquire a weapon that will defeat him, hence the name Hunter. But I will not go here because I know that he will catch up to me. So I'll go 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and now as I am on the exit area, I will just go away. Okay, so now our first location has been completed. We don't need to mark it anywhere because it's already marked here. So as I have only 2 food and 1 fuel, I can combine them to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4 to 3C, for example, and risk it. Or I can go 1, 2, 3 to 4D. Okay, let's go and have fun. Let's go to 4D and let's show you how the unknown location works. So I spent 1 fuel to go 1 and 2. Let me make it 0. Okay. And now let me remove 1 food to go to 4D. The issue is that if you won't be able to move to another location, you will be defeated. So you have to think about it also, not only strategically where to go, but also economically. So we go to 4D. Okay, found it. Hopefully all is visible. Let me try putting it this way so that okay. So that's the one here. We have 1, 2, 3 empty spaces. So we will roll for each of them. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 means there is nothing. 4 means it's search. And 5 means it's search. Okay. Now we roll for the enemies. We have 2 enemy spaces. Oh, I'll use blue because it will be used. So we rolled a 6 again, and another one, a 2. Okay, so here's a little bit of a problem. Still, we can't kill the hunter. I'll place me at this, well, survivor at the starting position. And the issue is that I have some chance of killing Seeker, because my weapon is the only weapon that can do double damage, but it's, well, not only, but there's also brick, but there's the higher chance because you roll with 2 dice here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try killing the Seeker as soon as possible because he's very dangerous and he has 3 stamina. So I'm gonna try to use my first point of stamina and destroy this obstacle. Okay, I rolled a 6, it's more than enough to destroy it. So this had now been opened, and now I'll go on here and end my movement. I don't have to spend all of my stamina, but a minimum of 1. So now he will, oh sorry, see, that's the thing, he goes first. So that's how it happens when you look at the camera at the same time. Okay, so he will start first. So he will go 1, 2, and 3. I will still do the same thing and destroy it as I would. And now I've destroyed it, and I will go 1, 2 to nothing. Now number 6, Hunter, will go 1 and 2. Okay. Now the Seeker, he'll go 1, 2, and 3. He's at my square, and I will roll, hopefully, to kill him. 2 1s, which is bad because both of them missed. And I don't have any search because I haven't picked it up then. So now Hunter will move closer. He will do 1 point of damage because he moved once, and the other one is to attack. So I will lose a 3rd point of health. Now the Seeker attacks with 3 points, rendering me defeated. So that was the overview. As I am defeated, I'll put my survivor to rest. And as you can see, it is pretty hard, but I will do a proper gameplay in the next video. This was just an overview of what the game is about and what you can do. I hope you liked it, and subscribe, like our Facebook page, and be sure to sign up to the newsletter when we launch. It's a very cool, small, portable game, and it will be pretty cheap from what I remember. You will receive all of these files to print on your own, and of course I advise laminating them because then it will last you longer and you can bring the game with you anywhere and won't have to reprint it again and again. Cool. Thank you. Hope to see you soon. Have a great day.